welcome back to my channel. My name is Shamika and this is Check the Rhymes. I am super excited that you're here. Y'all, I'm hype about today's show. I'm sure you can hear it in my voice. I'm like, if you could see me, I'm like all out of control. Anyway, joining me today, it is the Queen of Tea, B. Scott. And B. Scott is one of the most prominent voices in celebrity news and gossip blogging. I'm sure you've checked out lovebscott.com, but here's the tea, what we're talking about today. B. Scott is the host of Twenties After Show with B. Scott, which airs immediately after the BET hit show 20s. So it airs on Wednesday nights at 10:30. So we're going to talk about that and more. Stay tuned. You definitely don't want to miss today's show. Hi, B. Scott.
Hello.
Welcome
How are
to Check.
you?
I'm good. Welcome to Check the Rhymes. Listen, this is full circle for me because when I was looking to get into interviewing celebrities and stuff like that, you were the one I was watching. So thank you for oh my God, I'm about to cry. Thank you. That's all. I'm just going to say thank you.
I received that. And I'm so excited to be here today and talking to you. And, you know, this is so cute to have this moment and to be talking about the 20s After Show with me, B. Scott, and what it means to me and how a long progression from like the videos you used to watch of me on YouTube interviewing people. And now think about it. I have my own television show that I'm hosting and executive producing at BET, which is my people, you know,
Right.
And it feels so good. It shows you that anything is possible and that if you give yourself enough time and also you stay consistent with it. And that's what I try to instill in anyone that is thinking about getting into the business or trying to make a name for themselves. You just have to be consistent with it. Nothing beats consistency.
Yes, I love that. And I also love that I'm from North Carolina and it's still in North Carolina. So I'm like, we right here, Carolina.
Absolutely. I'm originally from outside of Ahoskie, North Carolina. In between Ahoskie and Harrisville, there's a town and a area called Cofield. And that's where I'm from. I was born and raised on a farm in Cofield, North Carolina. And I'm just so grateful for that because when I was younger, I was like, I just want to experience something else. Get me out of here. But now that I'm older, I realize that really, North Carolina, in my experience growing up, gave me my way with people. It helped me be able to communicate the way that I can. I can meet people at any level and make them feel comfortable. And I think that truly comes from my upbringing.
Yes, I feel the same way. Now let's look, because I know we have limited time, but we got to talk about the 20s After Show with B. Scott. But I was curious because you are making history as the first trans non-binary host and executive producer in the network's 38-year history. But you also had some beef with BET a few years ago. So what was that deciding factor of let me go ahead and just do this and put that, forgive and move forward?
Because I wanted to turn the page on the past. I am in a place of forgiveness, and I'm also been so blessed in my life in every way. I couldn't see myself holding on to an experience that happened in 2013 any longer. And I wanted to show people that you can allow people the opportunity to make things right. In order to do that, you have to be open. And I allowed myself to be open and receptive to the possibility of forgiveness. And I have forgave. And when I tell you something, it is one of the most beautiful experiences to let things go. And I also understand that I see the opportunity as being, I now can be a part of the change and a part of the change that I helped bring forth and pave the way for. And this is what it represents. By people seeing me on television and seeing me as the first trans non-binary person, they feel more represented. People that are like me, they feel like they can hold space. And it's important for me to share a message to everyone that we all have a right to hold space. We all have a right to express ourselves. We all have a right to exist and to be. And that's what my existence is. You know, for so many years, I wondered, like, why am I doing all of this? I now realize why I do all of this. I'm doing all of this to encourage other people, to help other people, because what is the point of being here on this earth if you're not paying it forward in some way? And so when people see me, I want them to see themselves. I want them to see that anything is possible. If a person like me can come from a little town of less than 500 people, if that, can come and become B. Scott and have a national television show that I'm hosting and executive producer, anything is truly possible.
Yes, and I love that so very much. So thank you for being like a representative, like that other people can see, like it is possible. So you've got to tell us more about the show. So, you know, if I'm just flipping through the channels and I'm like, oh, what's this show? Tell me give me the vibe, set the scene for your talk show.
You know, the talk show is like a good time. It's a party. You know, you are stopping into the B. Scott party, basically. You are going to, obviously, you know, going to see some of the cast from Twenties, and we're going to be talking about the related subject matter from the show. We're also going to play games. I'm also going to be doing my signature interviews and interview style, and we're just going to have fun. And the show is an escape. The show is just a place where you can come and not think about the burdens of the day. You come just to, as they call it, kiki with me.
Yes.
Just have fun. It's very similar to an Andy Cohen Watch What Happened Live type of style and format. Shout out to Andy Cohen. Whoop, whoop. And that's just, you know, really what it is. It's just a fun, quick, good time. It's a place where we are going to be discussing the intersectionality that exists in our community, but also doing it in a way that's fun and lighthearted and that people can easily digest.
Okay. Now, one of the other things that I wanted to touch on really quick is, your tweets crack me up sometimes because I love when you call out an outlet that took something that you reported first. I'm like, yeah, I think I always retweet it when you do. I love that because my background is TV news. And so I'm always, when I see somebody reporting something that is their exclusive and then somebody else rips it, I'm like, what are you doing? So I just wonder, how do you, when you see that, what is your reaction and how do you handle one, not maybe taking it personal or what is just really how do you handle it?
I mean, initially years ago, when it's been happening for so long, where people will take our exclusive information and try to pretend as if they got it from a different source or take it verbatim and not cite us. It's happened for so long that initially I was just like, you know, I'm just going to work harder and I'm just going to get more exclusives and I'm just going to push it out. But as my name has grown, it's basically they have fewer and fewer opportunities to be able to do something like that because it's just the brand is too big now. And I think that how I handle it now is that I just, you know, knock the head off. I was just basically like, excuse me? Are you kidding me? Because, you know, it recently happened with Variety, you know, and they basically did a whole piece about the Housewives of Atlanta, and they took all, I think we had done maybe 4 or 5 exclusives at that point about the new season of Housewives of Atlanta, which is currently taping now, and they took it all, put it in one piece, and called it an exclusive. And so because my connections and everything has grown, I hit up Variety, my sources there at Variety. I called Bravo directly, and I said, how dare you? And they quickly fixed it. I mean, within 5 minutes, it was fixed. And I think that a problem that exists is that a lot of times, you know, mainstream outlets, and when I say mainstream outlets, I'm saying outlets that are more, let's just call a spade, a white outlet, think that they can come to Black media and just take from us and not credit us, or because they are mainstream, they can just run it without giving any type of homage to as where the information came from. And so I think that's a problem that as hopefully in time will get better and better. And I am definitely trying to play my part by, you know, going straight for it and be like, excuse me, how dare you cite us for this? And it's blatant because it's like, you know, we the Housewives of Atlanta exclusives, for example, they came out, we dropped those months ago. So not only are they taking our information exclusive information, they're late. Like,
exactly.
Come like 6 months later, say like, this is exclusive. I'm like, oh my God.
Oh my goodness. Well, it has been an absolute treat chatting with you, B. Scott. I adore you so very much. And I will be tuned in, and hope all my listeners and viewers will be tuned in to BET for the 20s After Show with B. Scott, which airs immediately after each episode of 20s on Wednesday night. So thank you so much for joining me today.
10:30 p.m.
Yes.
Thank you so much for having me. And you can always find me on lovebscott.com. I also do a podcast, the B. Scott Show podcast, that is available anywhere you can listen to podcasts. So have a great day. And, of course, double kisses. Mwah. Mwah.